The sheer power of the Fab 3000 glide bomb left no room for retreat or defense, marking yet another devastating strike in the ongoing battle for control in the defensive positions of Ukrainian forces in Mirnograd. The impact was overwhelming. The earth trembled as the bombs detonated, sending shockwaves through the city and reducing fortified structures to rubble. A new incident has been recorded in the Kharkiv region, specifically in the Kolodezny area. 2 Ukrainian T-72 main battle tanks were reportedly detected and attacked by Russian fiber optic-controlled drones. According to reports from the scene, the 2 tanks initially arrived to open fire toward positions to the north. However, shortly afterward, a strike drone appeared and began carrying out precision attacks. Footage shows one of the tanks taking a direct hit, triggering a powerful explosion inside the ammunition compartment. The blast completely destroyed the vehicle, setting off large flames around the site. The second tank attempted to retreat to avoid the attack, but lost control and eventually came to a stop near the hangar that had been the original target. This incident once again demonstrates the effectiveness of modern drone operations on the Kharkiv battlefield, where warfare now takes place not only on the ground, but also in the skies. Kharkiv was hit by another airstrike this morning. The attack, carried out using geranium drones, reportedly caused damage in several eastern districts of the city. Recent footage shows a massive explosion that triggered a fire. Look at that. On November 11th, near the village of Grishino, an FPV drone operator from the Rubicon Center, call sign KVN, locked onto a Ukrainian BMP-2 moving through the area. The operator maintained a steady pursuit, waiting for the right moment to strike. Within seconds, the drone dove sharply toward its target, delivering a precise hit that tore through the armored hull. The explosion left the vehicle crippled and immobile, its engine silenced by fire and shrapnel. The unenviable fate of armored vehicles in the era of FPV dominance. In the open fields near Kolodezny, Kharkiv Oblast, 2 Ukrainian armed forces tanks stood exposed. No cover, no escape. Within moments, northern troops launched precise KV-NFPV drone strikes. The drones, swift and silent, descended on their targets with deadly accuracy. The footage captured from above shows the tanks engulfed in explosions, fire tearing through the armor, and plumes of smoke rising into the sky. Fly in for just a second. See when a missile launched from a Strela 10M air defense system of the 5th Separate Tank Brigade, part of the 36th Combined Arms Army under the Vostok Group of Forces, struck down the newest Ukrainian Batyar UAV over the Zaporozhye region. In the Kharkiv battlefield, 2 Ukrainian self-propelled artillery units, the 2 S-1 Gvozdika, were reported destroyed following a precision strike by Russian drones. The explosions rocked their positions, sending up thick plumes of smoke. This incident underscores the effectiveness of unmanned aerial operations on the front line, as well as the high risks faced by combat vehicles moving in open areas. In the darkness of night, Russian air defense units were once again on the move. A Ukrainian UAV was successfully shot down while attempting to enter an area near the border. This incident underscores the readiness of the forces and the strict surveillance along the front line. On the southern outskirts of Kupiansk, FPV drone teams from the 68th Motor Rifle Division of the West Military Group unleashed a coordinated strike. In a matter of moments, 2 pickup trucks, a US-made Humvee, and a Ukrainian Kozak armored vehicle were destroyed. The precision attack turned the entire area into a field of smoke and shattered armor. Moving to the Konstantinovka direction, strike UAV operators of the 51st Guards Combined Arms Army, Southern Military District, targeted and destroyed an enemy tank hidden under camouflage in a forest belt. Strike UAV teams from the East Military Group pressed the offensive in the Zaporizhzhia region, targeting Ukrainian vehicles with pinpoint accuracy. Moments later, the hits ignited a series of explosions that set the equipment ablaze, leaving only smoke and wreckage behind. On the Orakov axis, Zala and Lancet operators of the Dnieper military group worked in coordination, detecting and destroying a foreign-made self-propelled howitzer. Meanwhile, Orlan-10 reconnaissance drones spotted a Ukrainian Bodana self-propelled howitzer on the right bank of the Dnipro in the Kherson region and directed strike drones to eliminate it with precision fire. In the Krasnoarmysk direction, the precision of Russian drone warfare was once again on full display. A Canadian-made ELAV ACSV Super Bison armored personnel carrier deployed by the Ukrainian Armed Forces was spotted and targeted by a VT-40 fiber-optic FPV drone. The drone operator guided the munition through a direct strike, and within seconds, the Super Bison erupted into flames, its reinforced armor offering no protection against the precision and power of the VT-40. Garan-2 strike drones found their mark near Oktyabrskoye in the Rilsk direction, targeting the control post of the 20th Electronic Warfare Brigade under the Armed Forces of Ukraine North Joint Command. Moments later, a massive blast erupted, tearing through bunkers and equipment as the shockwave rolled across the area, leaving the position in ruins. This compilation of intense battlefield footage reveals how Ukrainian Armed Forces UAV were relentlessly hunted down and destroyed by FPV drones from the Zapad group of forces. Each strike unfolds with precision. Drones lock onto their airborne targets, intercept them mid-flight, and tear them apart in bursts of flame and debris. The scenes showcase the growing dominance of Russian FPV operators, whose skill and technology are turning the skies into a no-fly zone for enemy UAVs. Fighters of the Center Group of Forces are relentlessly destroying enemy infantry and equipment day and night. Supporting the offensive, strike drone operators carry out precise and coordinated attacks on Ukrainian positions, ensuring no target escapes their watchful eye. In a series of powerful strikes, the unit eliminated multiple enemy assets, including BVS-10 armored carriers, HPK systems, Garlink communication modules, mortars, quadcopters, and vehicles moving between frontline sectors. Several delivery points used to supply troops with ammunition and provisions were also destroyed, along with antennas and Baba Yaga heavy drones that had been operating near the line of contact. The operation continued as drones targeted a POP-TCI 903S observation system and a fortified shelter that served as a temporary command post. As a result, the Ukrainian positions were left silent and shattered, their logistics and surveillance capabilities severely disrupted. Another victory for Russia. The US made M113 met its end under the strike of FPV drones from the West Group of Forces. A pickup truck belonging to Ukraine was also destroyed within the Special Military Operation Zone. The targets were eliminated with precision. A shocking video has circulated on Ukrainian TikTok showing a mock-up of the British Raven air defense system engulfed in flames on the battlefield. This rare SAM system was specially developed for Ukraine and is armed with AIM-132 Azram missiles. Although it was designed to shoot down drones and cruise missiles, this highly realistic replica appeared unable to avoid the attack. Tensions in the Kharkiv region have risen once again following the circulation of footage showing an attack on a Ukrainian T-64BV main battle tank. According to reports from the field, the armored vehicle was being moved to a repair hangar when it was detected by a strike drone. The footage captures a dramatic moment. The first drone appears from a low angle, causing the crew inside to panic and attempt to abandon their firing position. This incident once again underscores the significant role of Russian drones in modern warfare, which now dominates the skies over Kharkiv. A few seconds later, a second drone strikes the rear of the tank, disabling its drive system and triggering a small explosion. Thick smoke rises over the area. Evacuation efforts were made, but the immobilized vehicle was ultimately hit by a follow-up strike, ending resistance at that position. In the Lyman direction, a Ukrainian-Turkish armored vehicle, the Cobra, was reported destroyed by a precision strike. The explosion obliterated the vehicle on site, highlighting the high risks faced by armored operations in the area. The Donbass front has turned into a fog-shrouded battlefield where even the weather seems to conspire with chaos. Heavy rain, mist, and bone-chilling humidity now test the skills of Russian drone pilots, forcing them to operate through near-zero visibility. Yet, despite the gloom, Rubicon's drone teams continue their deadly precision. Their latest operation tore through a series of armored and support vehicles belonging to the Ukrainian armed forces. The list of destroyed targets tells its own story, one of relentless pursuit and technological dominance. A US-made Max Pro was the first to go, followed by several cars, an NRTK system, and a Grad MLRS launcher. Moments later, an armored vehicle and a pickup truck were engulfed in flames. The skies were no safer. Baba Yaga and DJI Mavic drones were hunted down one after another, along with an FPV drone and critical communication assets, including patch antennas, Starlink systems, and a mobile command relay. Even a Striker and a Swedish BVS-10 armored carrier met their end amid the mud and smoke. Operators of the VT-40 and KVN FPV drones from the Baikal Group prowled the skies, their tiny craft weaving low and fast over the battlefield, scouting, locking, and striking with lethal precision. Time and again they found hardened targets, a self-propelled gun reduced to a smoldering husk, an M109 ripped open by a direct hit, a 2S-1 Gvozdika thrown into flames, a wheeled self-propelled gun shattered on the road, and a 2S-3 Akatsiya disabled among the smoke. Each strike was swift, surgical, and final, the whine of propellers giving way to flashes of impact as Baikal's drone crews turned artillery and bunkers into smoking ruins. That's all for today's update. Thanks for watching, and don't miss our upcoming videos.